Today we are gonna talk about the Norse gods and their specific role in mythology. Baldur. Baldur is the wisest and noblest of the gods of Asgard. He lived in the Breidablik area of heaven where no evil could touch him. His mother, Frigg, tried to protect him from danger by putting all plants, creatures, elements and metals to swear that they would never hurt him. The only thing that could hurt him was the mistletoe that had escaped the oath, being too young to swear. Baldur was accidentally killed by his brother, Hod, the blind god, who threw a piece of mistletoe at him. His death marks the beginning of the end of the world. Bragi. Bragi is the god of poetry. He was admired for his inspiration and oratory. He was wise and had the gift of speech. Bragi was also called the Old Poet, or the one with the long beard. Eir. Eir is the goddess of medicine. She collected herbs that she used to cure diseases and wounds. Eir is known as the herald of Menglith, another deity of healing from Norse mythology. Forseti. Forseti is the god of justice, the son of Baldur and Nanna. He brought reconciliation between enemies, between gods and mortals. He was considered a kind of balance of justice. The god of arbitration and the balance of justice in the Norse mythology, Forseti always makes sure that everything is done and in perfect order. Freya. Freya is the god of fertility and weather. He had control over the rain and the sun, so he brought fertility to the land. He was also named the Lord of the Harvest. Those who invoked him asked for peace and a good harvest. Freya is characterized by prosperity and protector of true love. It is said that Freya won a magic sword of fire, which could fight by its own for her master. He received this sword from a giantess who refused his advances, so she sent him this magic sword instead. Freya. Freya is the most beautiful of the goddesses of Asgard. Also known as Vanna's bride, she is the goddess of fertility, offering prosperity to the community and marriages. Freya is considered the bride of fallen heroes. She is also the leader of souls and witches, and as the name suggests, she is Frey's sister. Frigg. Frigg is the mother goddess in Norse mythology and the central deity in Asgard. She is Odin's wife, thus having the title of Queen of Heaven. Frigg is known as the weeping goddess because she suffered greatly at the loss of her son, Baldur. This goddess is believed to help women who were in labor. She is also associated with the birth and naming of children. Fulla. The goddess Fulla is the right hand and the herald of Frigga. Due to her long hair and crown, she was considered a goddess of fertility. Gefjon. Women who die unmarried become the servants of the goddess Gefjon. She is a goddess of the sea and fertility. It is said that she turned her 4 sons into oxen and harnessed them to a huge plow, and with it they plowed the whole area called Zealand. Nar. This goddess was considered the messenger of the gods in Norse mythology. She had the role of messenger, especially of the goddess Frigg. She crossed huge distances to convey Frigg's messages. Heimdall. Heimdall is known as the guardian of the deities. He was called the luminous god because of his beauty and goodness. His teeth were all gold, so his middle name, Gullantani, meant the one with the golden teeth. His duty was to protect Asgard from the giants. It was said that he never slept. Hlin. Hlin is the goddess of consolation, helps those in mourning, listens to the prayers of the dead, and passes them to the goddess Frigg, advising her how to answer them and gain their trust. Hlin is also a protector. She is sent as an emissary to men in danger. Hoenir. Hoenir was among the most timid gods. He was described as a tall, handsome young man and somewhat distant. His silence, which could be harmful to him, could also be a sign of strength and wisdom. Hoenir was the one who shared the intelligence at the beginning of time. Iduna. This goddess was the guardian of the golden apples of eternal youthfulness. The gods ate these fruits to preserve their youth forever. Hlufan. Hlin was the goddess who offered indulgence and permission. She was often invoked to give couples permission to get married. The goddess of marriage and family, Hlin is the protector of impossible loves and romance. Hlin is one of Ragnarok's survivors. Ragnarok was the apocalypse in Norse mythology, the war between the gods, where most of them lost their lives. The purpose of her survival is to protect love even after the end of the world. Loki. Loki is one of the most famous gods in Norse mythology. Symbol and god of deception and betrayal, Loki is the god who kills many of his brothers to rule Asgard. In legends, he always makes a fuss, to get everyone's attention. He has the ability of a shapeshifter. He can change into all sorts of creatures and even change its sex, even carrying babies in his womb. Odin. Odin is the father of all gods. The heroes who die in battle become his adopted sons, so that makes him the god of death and the god of heaven. Odin is also the god of inspiration, magic and poetry. King of the northern gods of the Vikings, Odin is also considered the god of war and death. Almighty and innate leader, Odin rides his 8-legged horse and with his simple charisma convinces everyone to follow him. Saga. Saga is the goddess of history and stories. Her role was to transcribe and be aware of everything that is happening in the world. Sogdian. Sogdian was the goddess who spread the thoughts of love and passion. Her name comes from the word shavni, which means love. It is said that she was the one who brought lovers together. Skadi. Skadi is the goddess of winter. She is the protector of skiers and hunters in Norse mythology. Tender and attentive, Skadi watches over those who love winter sports in general and fights for the causes she believes in. Snotra. Snotra is the goddess of virtue, discipline and faith. She was wise and always sought the truth. Nothing could be kept secret from her. Thor. Thor is the northern god of thunder and lightning. He is the strongest of the gods of Asgard. He had the power to cause storms by controlling wind and rain. He is known to have red hair, a long beard and a volcanic temperament. Thor has 3 powerful treasures, the best known being the hammer called Mjolnir. Tyr. Tyr is the god of war. Tyr is the bravest and most daring of the gods of Scandinavian mythology. He is the son of the god Odin and the goddess Frigg and Baldur's brother. He is known as the one who established law and order in the community. The warriors worshipped Tyr because he was said that we will offer them protection during the war and ensure their victory. Ulla. Ulla is the god of adventure, hunting and willows, due to his sensitive but adventurous nature. It is said that he hunts best in winter and that he leaves traces of fire in the sky when skiing. Vali. Vali is the god of revenge and family. The only purpose for which he was born was to kill another god, the one who accidentally killed Baldur. Endowed with magical powers, and able to grow in one day like others in decades, Vali became an adult just one day after he was born. He achieved his goal and punished Baldur's killer. He is also one of the few gods in Norse mythology who are destined to survive the Ragnarok. Var. Var is the goddess who listens to the love vows of mortals. She applies severe punishments to those who violated these vows. Vidar. This god is known as the silent god. Vidar was very independent and enjoyed the freedom of being alone. He was also the god of forests, revenge and silence. Overwhelmed by strong feelings, Vidar is always ready to fight for the causes he believes in, even if these causes often defy morality. These were the Norse gods. I hope you have learned new things about the Nordic gods, and in the future I promise to create separate videos for at least some of them. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Mythos, the Historian. And if you really did enjoy it, please like the video. And if you look forward for new videos on my channel, please subscribe and click on the bell to be notified when new videos arrive.